Hello, welcome to another episode of Relationships Smart Women. I am your host, Nicole Matheson. It is such a pleasure to be with you today. I want to talk to you guys today about a phenomena that I see, a pressure that I think we are conditioned to have, and that is to cement things in. And I want to say we need to stop trying to cement things in. Now, what I mean by cement things in is the desire to set things in stone so that they are permanent in our lives. You know, I feel like it's part of this mindset of I'll be happy when, I'll be happy if, once I lose the 5 kilos, once I find the one, once I am married, I'll be happy then, because there will be some permanency and I can cement that in. This desire to cement things into place in permanency is damaging, in my opinion. I get it though. I get that we want to cement things in so that they don't change, so that we know that we've got that thing that makes us happy in the world. And I get it because there is a part of us that really craves certainty. And it's an anxious part, right? It's a part of us that really dislikes the not knowing and the unknown and the uncertainty of life. And we just want to cement this thing in. So many people come and see me with this kind of fear, anxious about the trajectory of their life and the timeline of their life and whether they're on track with that timeline. And they're usually feeling like they're behind a schedule of their life's timeline. Their life's timeline. They're too slow for their own life. They've not quite got the partner yet. They've not got enough money. They've not got the job that's going to get them there. They're too slow, they're too far behind. It stresses them out, gives them a lot of anxiety in their 20s, really early 20s, I see this. But then in their 30s, it turns into a panic, and then their 40s, it turns into a despair. And I ask, the right timeline for who? And usually the answer is, well, for my family, for my culture, for my society, for the norm. I want to feel like I'm on the timeline of the norm, which makes sense, I get that, but I kind of figure that your life is moving at your life's timeline. It is what it is, and you're not too slow for it. But what this cementing in does to us, I fear, is it makes us not be flexible and accepting of our own lives, of where we're at. And once we do have those things and we do cement them in, it's harmful to us in an energetic, psychological, mental, and spiritual kind of way, right? Because what we're saying is, I fear my own nature. I fear who I am. I don't trust the natural flow of me into life. And we stop trusting that nature, and we stop accepting that nature, and we shame or make wrong ourselves. But what it does in our relationships, this cementing in, this unwillingness to change or to allow our partner to change, is it makes us frustrated. And this is the other thing that I see all the time, is people coming in with such frustration and resentment that they're ready to leave what they once wanted to cement in to, because there's no change and there's no growth. And change equals growth and evolution and growing into who we really truly are. I think that's what maturity is, right? Is definitely feels like this for me. It's like The more mature I get, the more I grow, the more I become truly who I am, because I have the clarity about what that is. I couldn't have had that clarity at 20. But I have so much more clarity, and I have so much more willingness to fight for what I need and stand 2 feet in grasping that and asking for that. But when we're cemented in, we get stuck and we get frustrated. We're not changing, we're not moving towards the communication that we desire, because we're afraid to even open any can of worms that might lead to change, because change means we're not cemented in. We can't move towards intimacy because we can't truly know ourselves, and we can't truly want to know our partners, because what if they change? What if they want something different? The part of us that has created this need for cementing in is creating this stuckness by wanting certainty. And a relationship, whether you are cemented in with the pieces of paper and the wedding and the marriage or not, a relationship changes. And there is always the risk of growing apart. And that's scary. And that's why we don't want it. I get it. Change and growth is scary because it is fluid and it is nature. And with fluidity comes the possibility of loss. You might not always desire to be with your partner, and they might not always desire to be with you. Let's take a breath. It is scary. But you know what? It's actually what is going to keep your relationship alive. The freedom to be true to who you are. With that freedom comes the possibility of real love and real intimacy. And cementing in does not allow for real love or real intimacy, because we have to control everything to make sure it doesn't change or grow or move away from us. The fear has you wanting to cement it in. That fear, that's your shit. And that makes sense. There's a small scared part of you that wants this, that really wants this in your life. And that's beautiful. And it's normal to have fear, and it's understandable, and we all have it. It's human. But that doesn't mean it needs to control your life or your relationship. We invite the fear, and we understand it, and we acknowledge it, and we allow it, and we accept it, but we don't let it rule our life. We invite freedom and truth and fluidity. We allow our heart and our soul to breathe. Isn't there a part of you that feels it is better to be with someone who is free to be themselves and who truly, truly chooses to be with you, than to be with someone who has to be with you because they've been cemented in? And the same goes for you. Fluidity for you means that you are free to be yourself, and you are free to choose to be with this person because you desire to be with them. Maybe not 100% of the time, but overall. So how do you get uncemented after you have set your life up on being cemented in? Here's a few ideas. You state your intention to grow and evolve towards who you truly are, for your own well-being and health and growth, and for the sustainability of energy and this relationship, because stuckness is not sustainable. You stop shaming change. I shouldn't change. No. You stop shaming it in your partner, and you stop shaming it in yourself. You know, you've changed can be a criticism. It should not be. Of course I've changed. That's my job, to grow. Change is your most natural state. Allow your partner to grow. Create a new safety in your relationship for truth and curiosity. Stop presuming who your partner is and what they want and what they're thinking and what they believe about this or that, and start asking with genuine curiosity. Start asking questions like, how does that sit with you? Where are you at with blah, 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 with what we were discussing last week, with the kids, with my parenting, with whatever? What are you feeling? What are your thoughts? What are your beliefs about this? Start wanting to get to know your partner again with curiosity. Curiosity is a beautiful, generous gift because it shows that you are worthy of being interested in. And it feels good. And it opens up closed places. You are free to be yourself, and you are free to choose to be with someone because you desire to be with someone.